We decided one daily segment wasn't enough for Bill Bush and Bill's Thrills, so we turned it into a week-long podcast recap. Here's Bill's Thrills Rewrapped, sponsored by Acres Equipment on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Christmas. All right.
Christmas.
No, wait a second.
Christmas.
You got a headline?
What's that? No headlines.
That's okay.
Bill's Thrills doesn't do headlines.
Oh, it doesn't.
No. Football facts.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I'd let the people know and the people of the station what's going on for the playoff teams right now.
Oh, I love it.
What is going on for the playoff teams right now? So here's the first thing. So this is pretty common. I saw it live when I went down and spent some time with Coach Saban at Alabama. They're getting ready for the Notre Dame national championship game. So right now, and I'm sure every team's doing this, is that those four teams it's back to day one camp. So everything is about yourself. They're back to this. Isn't right now. It's not the whole day is not spent on their opponent. They are spending all their time. So it's all about your team and its extreme fundamentals to make sure you're back to square. But everything you're doing against it's against yourself. There might be a play that gets installed that they don't really know much because normally a play gets installed where it's kind of, okay, I'm going to get a jump on a little thing. But right now there'll be sections of your meetings where you'll look at opponent film, but you are all about yourself. So the introduction is in small segments. So what they would do like that, so all of a sudden it could be, hey, we're going to have a period here, or this section of practice now is going to go. If I'm Alabama, this is going to go to Michigan. Michigan's going to go to Alabama during this small section. But you want to make this as normal as possible. So as normal as possible. So Coach O was just brilliant with the pulse of the team. So when we went through this section, like before the amount of time we had before the championship game and the week prior to the playoffs for the first round, that we'd have 2 weeks of exact weeks. So we would go, it's like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Boom, off 2 days. And then we'd come back and do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just like it was during the season.
Okay, interesting.
So we just reloaded. And so we would do a Monday just like every Monday during the season. We do a Tuesday just
so it's like preseason camp.
It's like preseason camp. But then when you get ready for the game, so your advantage then would be, hey, we're going to play. If I'm Washington playing Texas, I'm going to have a Washington. If I'm University of Washington, I'm going to have a Texas week. Then you come back and you reboot and you just do Texas week over again. Now they may not do it exactly, but that in general, I'm guarantee you right now, everything is about themselves. All right, let's reevaluate ourselves. Let's self-evaluate, or let's self-scout ourselves. Let's get back to one-on-ones. Let's get back to pods. Let's get back to the basic part of what's going on.
So Michigan's probably doing that too.
Everyone, they are, and the fight is real because more is not better. Sometimes you can go with that case of just more is not better. If you watch the NFL when they have a bye week, if you watch, remember like that, where was Brock Purdy at?
He was in Iowa, wasn't he?
He was in Iowa picking corn. They get time off. They do the
He went
value
back
of
home.
the time off. So it's not like, no, this is our time to get in 3 more practices. No, this is the time to try to make sure you're fresh. So the fight right now that is so real, what's going on is okay, how do I get the freshest, most mentally prepared team to the game? And you can't just be, well, just be fresh. When I got to be prepared. You can't just be prepared. You got to be fresh.
I walk that fine line.
So you're going through that fine line of how to do it and what you're going to do at that. But it's so tough to get them mentally and physically prepared. It's still a big game, obviously. So everyone's going to be ready to go. It's not like, well, we didn't take it very serious. Well, I think Texas and Washington are taking the game serious. That's going on.
I sure hope so.
I guarantee it. Now the difference is that these are one's the Sugar Bowl and one's the Rose Bowl, but it's not like bowl games than they used to be. When you went like there was an event your team was going to every night.
There's not.
These are the playoffs.
Oh, they don't. Okay.
The next game is a big
right.
next game.
Interesting. Now that is interesting.
That's very interesting.
Well, everything is, but that's really interesting to me.
I remember going. I think all we did was went to the College Football Hall of Fame for a dinner with us in Oklahoma, and then that's also where me and Coach Joseph helped win on Family Feud.
So there's not a lot of rigmarole.
No, there's not a lot. It's just no.
There used to be.
It's very business oriented of what's going on. There was more. Hey, we want to enjoy ourselves. We're on a bowl game. Let's enjoy ourselves.
I wonder. Yeah. Like if Michigan was playing Florida State, would they just skip the Florida State preparation because they know they're going to roll them?
That's your team. That's your team.
You love
That's
Florida
your
State.
team.
What's wrong with you? Would they just be getting ready for Washington, Texas?
You just no.
You
There's
love Florida State.
I'm joking around.
So there is
That's
a
wonderful.
there is a complete crew of people working on the next game.
Interesting.
So right now, there are people in the building.
Oh, there's the stallions of the world.
I
Yeah.
won't say stallions, but there's people that not doing anything illegal. There's people at Alabama and at Michigan working for the next game, and that's all they're doing. So if all of a sudden you win that game, what do we got? Here, let me give you about everything known to man about this team. So that's all that they're doing. That's all that they're doing at that time.
Really? So there's people in the background getting ready.
Yeah, right now. It's not like going. It's kind of like, oh, that's incredible. Yeah, that's incredible.
God. So you just wound it back at LSU to like a preseason camp.
Yes.
I like that.
And,
That makes sense.
that's everyone that does that. I would guarantee that's everyone's doing that there. They're not starting off going like, all right, let's get started here. Let's go with blitz pickup. Let's go through all of Michigan's blitzes. No. How about if we just get ourselves? They're competing with themselves. That's the time. Then it goes back. Like I said, and Coach O, I imagine everyone's pretty similar, but it was great before. Both of you just redid the weeks. You just redid, but so you just stayed same as.
Makes sense.
So it takes also the monotony out of it a little bit, because if people say, "Oh, monotony," we're going to go. There's a lot to it. How many times do you see games where you just go, "How did that happen? How did that happen? What happened? Did Nebraska look the same basketball wise last night as they did against Minnesota?
No.
Nope.
Teams evolve.
Yeah, so things happen, things evolve, different things are going on at all times, and the struggle is real. I don't know if there's been, like I said, these matchups are great.
I like it. Yeah.
Alabama, Michigan.
Oh,
are you
good
kidding
God.
me? And then Texas, Washington.
Should be good games.
I mean, you're looking at right now. When you look at it, you go, "Whoa!" You just
Yeah,
go,
that
"Whoa!"
first game in the Rose Bowl is going to be a freak.
Yeah,
I can't wait for it.
Cut me off.
yeah, kind of cut me off there. Actually,
Sorry.
Bill,
Cardinal.
that was good.
Nice
that was
ad.
Interesting. We'll talk more about that later, okay? Because I got some questions for you.
Do that with it.
All that
All of
Money.
the narrow.
Okay, so sometimes things bother me.
Never
So it's
noticed.
This is breaking news
So
there.
it's Bugaboo Tuesday. Things that bother Bill. And this is from a long time ago. This is the ridiculous ramifications of breakfast buffoonery. The ridiculous ramifications of breakfast buffoonery.
Thank you for the headline.
Thank you. Appreciate that very much. Thank you, Steve. Allowing your syrup-based breakfast food to touch the non-syrup-based morning meal. That is a bugaboo that just drives me completely crazy. So
Why?
I'm going to get to that. So the breakfast buffet with the team, like on a Saturday morning, wherever, or bowl game, whatever's going on, it's elaborate. So it's waffles, it's pancakes, it's grits, it's biscuits and gravy, it is hash browns, it's remarkable, the food, and then also build your own omelet. There's always a chef in the corner, you give them the order, you make your own omelet, they bring it out to you. So the first thing I would do with my players, whether new job or whatever, would be make a system for them for breakfast, because I'd lose my mind. They had to have a 2-plate system. One plate is your French toast, your waffles, or your pancakes. It's syrup-based. The other plate is your biscuits and gravy, hash browns, however it is. I can't cross those worlds. It freaks me out. If I see syrup touching a biscuit and gravy, I lose my mind.
We got a problem.
Yeah.
Good. Keep going.
Yeah. So that's it. It could just be me. I freak out with it. And so we always had to have a big deal at our table. So sometimes we'd be sitting down to do our test. So say it's 11 o'clock kickoff. I'm at Wisconsin. So it's 6 in the morning. We're all having breakfast together. We're going to go over our tests for the day, for the day like that. And there'll be some freshman or some young guy would sit down with this big plate, just piled full of food and everything mashed together. And then the older guys they'd send them back. They would make it. But I go over it with, I give them the hand. I give them the hand. So they know when they come back, every time they came back to the table, they always had 2 plates of food. It's extremely important to have that.
I couldn't disagree more.
Ooh.
Dennis.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love you. You know that. But I just couldn't. I don't mind if my syrup's in my ketchup.
Yeah.
I don't. I
I
don't
can't
care
stand
if
it.
it's in my hash browns.
Yeah.
I mix. I'm the freshman. I'm the freshman mixed all together. I
You'd-
love syrup all over the
Yeah,
plate.
yeah, you'd have to eat at a different table.
Can't
You'd
eat
have
at
to
Bill's
be-
table.
You'd be asked,
You're kicked out.
It's a 2-plate system at our
Seriously,
table.
would I have to eat at a different table?
Yes, it's a 2-plate system because it makes me nauseous. Yeah, it makes me nauseous.
I
to have
mean, I
anything.
can. No, I will say this.
I
I
don't
could.
want-
I could adjust to
Yeah.
your situation, and I could handle the 2
I think a lot of it is because you don't think about it. You can take 2 plates. That's where the whole problem arises. 'Cause sometimes it's together. Like, well, what else am I supposed to do? Where do I put it all at?
I wouldn't push back on your system, but I just know throughout my life I've always mixed it all together, and I don't mind the syrup touching everything, anything, bacon, sausage, anything.
Yeah. It's got to be separate.
Leak
for
it
me.
in.
The other thing,
I'm okay with that.
This is bonus buffoonery.
Ooh. Oh, geez.
Bonus buffoonery.
Hold on.
For this is that cold syrup. If you want to see me just lose my mind, slap something out of your hand, get a pancake, get a waffle, get French toast, and it's cold syrup. That is the most horrific thing that there is in the world. But I will say this: so I'm eating breakfast with the leading tackler in the history of Norfolk High School, Lawrence Weigert, and we're at the Highway Diner.
Great place, by the way.
When
Great
was
place.
this?
No, this is probably about
Approximately.
a year and a half ago. Syrup's cold. It's cold syrup. Not a problem. I asked, I go, is there a chance you could heat this in the microwave? No, she said, not a problem. I go, your tip just went up. Thank you. She knew it was a situation. She handled it. It did. Tip went way up on that one. Because if you don't have hot syrup, I lose my mind.
Do you lose your...
I do. My hit.
Your
I lose-
hit.
I lose my hit.
I can see it.
Yes. Also, another...
I get that, too. I do understand.
And I love butter. And so what I love also when you get a hot pancake like that, put your butter first on the plate.
Okay.
Then you put your pancake on top of the butter.
I've never thought about that. That's a good idea.
That sounds delightful.
Melts way better.
That's a great idea.
So you're not trying to rub it on top of that.
Makes
No,
me
just
hungry.
put it
Making
down
me
below. So anyway, at our house, at our table, it was a 2-plate system.
2-plate system. Does
2
Laura
plate.
abide by the 2-plate?
What's that? Well, we don't really delve into it too much at home like that because
But at the football complex.
because here's the deal: you have to be like at a extreme buffet for this to affect. Because generally, you're going to order something that doesn't have it all on one plate. If you get pancakes, if you go to most restaurants, you get pancakes. It's a separate plate.
Separate plate.
It's a separate plate.
See, I will move my pancakes onto the main plate.
Yeah.
I will. I move it.
So am I.
And you know what I love,
Look
Bill?
at this
What
empty
I
plate.
love, what I love is getting sunny side up eggs and putting them on my pancakes with the syrup.
I would vomit. I would vomit.
You're making Bill nauseous over
I
here.
would heave because just
Would you heave?
a sunny
You would not
a sunny side up egg just makes me just like I do. I quiver.
Just mix it on the pancake.
I just like that.
Making Bill sick over
Oh,
here.
yeah. No, I do. I won't do that.
And then that's what I like best. Actually, I'll move the
So
pancake.
the players, I'll be honest with you, they kind of look at you like, "What the heck?" But then after like a year or so, they're like, "This makes sense.
It
I like
does.
this system.
It does.
I like
It
this
makes
system."
sense to me. I could do it. I just want to be clear on that. I could do it. I would probably sneak a pancake over the main plate though, while you're not looking.
Some response here from the text line before we move on. Let's see. Someone says, "Wet Blanket says, clap while standing." You preached to him. My dad said, "Bill is spot on this one." My
Dad's an accountant.
My dad takes
He's very formal.
He said
He's very organized.
Organized.
This is very
That's right. Yep.
organized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David from Renew says, "My food cannot touch, but syrup can touch sausage links or patties. They can
you
touch
know what?
bacon. That's it.
You know what?
That's it.
That's not all bad. I'm just going to tell you, if there's a piece of bacon that maybe touches a little bit of syrup, I don't know if I'd lose my mind. It crosses it when it goes to like sunny side up eggs, any sort of eggs, or definitely that definitely crosses the line. Or biscuits and gravy and syrup.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's
I'm 100% fine.
Mac in Omaha says, 100% down with this bugaboo. The syrup should not be drenching my scrambled eggs.
exactly.
I don't mind that.
Yep.
I mean, I want it to, basically. I want it to drench my bacon. I want it in there.
So if people understand, just go with the 2-plate system. And
It's not a bad system.
And you've nailed it. And you've absolutely nailed it. But the number of times I've asked right away, it's like when I go if I'm at breakfast, is the syrup hot? I want to know. I want to know right
I'm
away.
with you on that
If
one.
you don't have hot syrup,
No,
I'll lose my mind.
I mean, can the
You'll leave.
syrup
Just leave.
I mean, I don't know.
Again, highway.
Can't the syrup sort of just heat up with the heat of the
No, absolutely not. No.
of the pancakes?
No. And then when syrup pours, when heated syrup pours, it pours so much better. It just pours so much better.
I think you're right about that.
That's a great edition of Bugaboo
Bugaboos.
Tuesday.
Thanks for having me,
Bill's
Steve.
Thrills.
One more time with the headline.
Hang on, put my glasses on.
Can't read it.
Yeah. The ridiculous ramifications of breakfast buffoonery.
Back to more of Bill's Thrills Rewrapped. Sponsored by Acres Equipment on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The energy created by animated Christmas miracle television. The energy created by animated Christmas miracle television. Let's go back in time. Let's go back to the 70s. Let's go back.
Please.
Actually, even goes a little bit earlier from the start of this thing. The excitement of the original can't miss Christmas shows. And it starts and ends with one thing, 1965. It's a Charlie Brown Christmas. Charlie Brown Christmas it is a life-changing experience. You watch it today, and it was made in 1965, and it's still electric. It is I mean, Snoopy's over-decorating, missing the remember Snoopy over-decorating his doghouse? I remember it. Yeah. Remember that Charlie Brown? Remember the tree he picked? Yeah. Everyone hated it for that. Oh yeah, down on the tree. Hey, stupid Charlie. Remember him trying to organize the Christmas program? Like that line is like, he's playing the music, and Snoopy's dancing on the, everyone's dancing. Pigpen's out there dancing. Pigpen. Odd. And the true meaning of Christmas, how it ends. I mean, that show.
It is awesome.
I love that scene when they're trying to do the program, and then no one's paying attention. He has the megaphone out. Hot. God, that was better. When that came on, when you're like 5 years old or 6 or whatever, to this day, I'll sit and watch the whole original. I'll sit and watch the whole thing.
It'll be on.
Oh, yeah, it'll be on. But it used to be a big deal when it was on. That was a big deal. And then, obviously, the original Grinch. Yeah. The original Grinch was just epic. I mean, it was like, remember when the Grinch put the antlers on the dog, on his dog?
Oh, yeah.
And his
Max.
face went in the snow. Like that.
The dog's name is Max.
And then he had
job,
to cut some of the antlers off so his head would come back up. The one time he's riding down the hill, and he can't find his dog, and he looks underneath, and his dog's on the back. That's on the back of the sled. Cindy Lou Who.
Yep, there we
the
go.
littlest
Nice.
Who in Whoville.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Cindy Lou Who, the littlest Who in Whoville, right there. Right there. He even stole the last can of Who hash. The Grinch did when he stole it, and then he was amazed the next day when Christmas came around. And guess what? Everyone was still singing.
Yep.
The presents wasn't the deal.
No,
that wasn't what
right.
it was. And I've watched the new Grinch, and I don't like it at all.
The Jim Carrey one.
I don't care for it.
Yeah.
I'm not down on Jim.
That's
I'm
fine.
I'm just
it's not
original
the
Grinch
animated
only.
one, yeah.
Like that. And
You're fine.
Remember when the Grinch's heart changes?
Yeah.
Remember that when his heart changes? Yeah, it's unbelievable.
He's like,
I couldn't imagine.
It hurts him.
Right now, I mean, there's nothing would be better. I couldn't imagine it than getting your family together. What do you guys watch? Let's watch Charlie Brown Christmas quick. We'll follow up with the Grinch. And also, I mean, Frosty the Snowman, it's solid. It's good like that. But those two, that's my staple. That's back in time.
Oh, those are good. Those are good. And
Josh,
and
have you
Rudolph
seen
was
those?
good.
Yes. Those two movies are the ones. Those are my game changers for me. Those are my game
who
changers.
Could push back on those two?
I don't
Those
think
are
That was back in time.
iconic movies.
I wonder
Anybody-
if anybody else have ever even watched
Yeah,
those two.
go to the
I wonder
Breakers.
if the Breakers even did.
So what are the Breakers
They're
saying?
giving money. They probably have a hard time remembering.
They're donating.
Yeah,
Easy right now.
Hundo.
How about Rudolph, the red-nosed
Yes,
reindeer?
I like that one.
It's solid.
That's
it's
a
solid.
big one.
These are just my two. That are
right.
just like,
I'm not trying to push
that go
back
with
at
it. Yeah,
those here.
but not pushing back on Frosty or Rudolph. Nope, not pushing back at all.
Rudolph was really good.
Someone
Yeah.
says, "Great Bill's Thrills. I have a Charlie Brown Christmas tree on my work desk. Takes 30 seconds to set up, and it's a classic." That's from Marcus.
That is a great. Oh, I would love to have it. I'd love to have a Charlie Brown. Imagine.
Maybe you can find
Think
him.
how brilliant was it. What last name was Schultz, right?
Charles
Schultz, yes.
He did this in 1965.
Genius.
That's just. Can you imagine that? Imagine all of a sudden
He was
you're
ahead of his time.
Imagine 1965 around Christmas time. Let's watch some. Oh, what's on here? Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah, what I created.
I'll catch it.
Yeah.
And nothing changed on it. It's still the original.
What else the Breakers saying, Jake?
We got more people texting that they're donating money right now.
That's fine.
That's fine.
We
That's
can combo it up.
Oh, combo.
it up.
good.
Husker J says he $30. Steve in Woodbury says $200. Maybe Jake will recognize me by reading a text with money on it.
$200.
I see you,
That's it.
Steve.
That's $400. We're gonna make the 10,000. We're gonna make 10,000 before 8:00. Our goal is 5,000 cash.
I didn't know this
Like
was
that.
going to, and by the way, we didn't know this was going to happen.
We
No,
didn't realize
This was
this kind of
impromptu.
money.
And this was
Impromptu.
Bill, Bill really helped this. Thank you, Bill.
Now
Appreciate that.
back to Bill's Thrills real quick. I know we're going all over the place.
That's okay.
Someone says, I'm 26 years old, and I watched both of those every year growing up.
Yes.
Both those
Yeah.
movies.
It's timeless. It's the most. I will say this: when we're all dead and gone, they'll still be watching it. They will be. They'll still
For
be
sure,
watching
us,
it.
yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Probably Jake, too.
James says, you're speaking my childhood language right now, Bill. Thank you, James.
Imagine that. I can remember. It was one of those deals too, where you got the like the popcorn. Your mom might make some popcorn to watch it in there like that. It might be it. Here'd be the best if your kids were still in footy pajamas. Footy pajamas. Footy pajamas were incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had to get into, you had to slide into and zip them up.
A onesie.
A onesie. Yeah.
A onesie.
Yeah. I call them footy pajamas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone says Bill rules for this one. Thank you. It's very
Keep it
kind.
coming, Jake.
Bill
Thank you.
rules.
We're just trying to do that, and also make sure we take care of the Husker athletes. Remember this
150 on contract.
150 on contract.
It's a lot.
So when you're watching volleyball tomorrow, guess what? This helps. This
does help.
This helps. You like seeing that the Bob Devaney full? You know it helps because there's nobody else that has NIL like Nebraska volleyball.
Yeah.
Nobody.
It's not a small operation.
No.
If you could see the offices, it's a pretty beautiful office.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they've got 15 people working out at Sandhills every day.
Yeah,
with whatever.
It's important.
There's
It's a big
legal
operation.
aspects.
Matt?
There's all these other
Yeah,
aspects.
you hear Matt talk about legal.
They help with
accounting.
taxes.
Yeah, imagine us trying to figure that out.
Oh, no
No.
chance.
Who's doing the taxes? I think Sipple is.
He's over there taking a nap. Come on, Sip, taxes.
What's he doing? He's watching the Charlie Brown Christmas.
Us running 1890 would be really interesting.
I don't think
Be
you
really
want that.
interesting. Be a lot of energy. Not a lot of things getting done. Not a lot of things getting done.
Just like us building the deck. Okay, a lot of energy.
Not a lot.
Take
not
a
lot
while to make
happening.
it happen.
God, just remember like that. Anybody else like that? If little Tommy wants to give $5, that's awesome. That's right.
Bill's Thrills is sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Bill, the floor is yours on this Thursday.
Lock
I
in.
appreciate that. I had an unbelievable drive last night back from First Rate Ag Services with Parker out there. And I wasn't planning on being on the show.
I know.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on being on the show.
This is a surprise.
Late price. So
Incredibly good
So I
surprise.
started thinking about things that were incredible in my life, and so I want to talk about that. So, love an uncle, be an uncle. Love an uncle, be an uncle.
Good one.
I had 5 uncles, 4 uncles. I'm sorry, the most incredible uncles in the history of the world.
Really?
Oh, and then I had one bonus one, which might be like a great uncle, Uncle Bob Johnson, also. But when my uncles were coming to visit, because they were all different characters, so they were all of them were 2 things: they had character and they were characters. They were both.
That's a good thing.
And you couldn't wait. It'd be like you couldn't sleep. If I knew my Uncle Tracy was coming to town, if I knew that Shipper was coming in.
Where's Shipper coming from?
What's that? Corker's coming that way. He'd be coming from Lincoln, but Shipper, played at Pender, leading scorer there. Played at Nebraska, started at Nebraska in basketball.
What?
My uncle,
Whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
Shipper played. My Uncle Tracy played football here at Nebraska. My Uncle Cork.
I had no idea.
Yep, I got him. Had Tom Delmont. It was the most amazing. They came to all my events, came to all these things, but just an uncle was the thing that was just so bizarre to me that I couldn't spend enough time with them. I couldn't be more excited when they were around. So growing up, it's like be an uncle. So that was if there's something you want on your gravestone, hopefully it's like that I was a good uncle. That is like I've got 4 nephews. Landry's my newest. That's Moose's son who runs the National Guard. And so but my 3 boys. So we talk every day at least 20 times. We have a thread. We talk 20 times a day through the thread. And it's like
really
just with my nephews. Yes. It is the most it's one of the top 3 things in my life that I've that I've done. That I want to be a part of is being an uncle.
It's a good idea.
Like, it's always like you want fireworks? Yeah. Get 4 of the biggest boxes you want. Get this, you want this, whatever. Just being an uncle changes everything. When my Uncle Bob Johnson showed up from California, it was just like you were doing cartwheels. You couldn't wait. You know what he did? He came in for 2 weeks to go mushroom hunting. Came for 2 weeks to go mushroom. You know what we did for 2 weeks every day when school got out? Went mushroom hunting with Bob Johnson. That's what you did.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any uncles?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Uncle Quentin had a one of my uncles had a Camaro SS, and I'll never forget riding around with him with Frampton playing.
Frampton,
Yeah.
Peter Frampton. Think about that.
Yeah, stripes.
An uncle.
It was white with black racing stripes. And I thought it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. But yeah, no, you're right. I just talked to my nephew Vaughn the other day about some job stuff. Yeah, you're right. It's important.
Yeah, I'm hoping in my life that they're like my Uncle Bill. He's a character. That's what
I think they probably do.
I would assume.
I think you
I
probably
would assume as much.
Did you have uncles?
You're probably safe there, Bill.
Yeah, my Uncle Jerry was notorious for giving my brother and I like really good gifts because he had 3 daughters. So we were like the boys.
Oh,
in his
nice,
life.
nice.
And
I
so
like that.
he gave us a
Jerry,
like a dart crossbow that my brother and I would play down in the and this thing had power. And so one of us would be like hiding from the other one that had the crossbow and basically trying to avoid, you had so many darts and then it'd switch off. But if that thing popped you in the face, it hurt.
In the face.
Yeah, like it. That crossbow is fantastic. My brother and I are about 2.5 years apart, and so we would just get these joint gifts. He's older. And so we would get these joint gifts. We got this amazing remote control fire truck that had like a ladder that would shoot up. And I think I got this when I was like 4. My parents still have it, and so my children, my sister's kids, my brother's kids, all play with this fire truck. This thing is now
Uncle Jerry, you said?
Yeah, Uncle Jerry. Yeah, it's like a 30-year-old fire truck. My sister was always annoyed because she would get like really kind of lame gifts, basically.
Hey, you want
my
some
brother
tights?
and I would get like race cars. Yeah. We got the fire truck. We got the crossbow.
So this was also
all of that stuff.
This was family harmony. It also brought you and your brother together. You guys probably fought a lot, but then all of a sudden,
it brought us together in fighting.
Hold it.
Yeah.
Let's bring the fire truck out, and everything's okay again.
Shoot that ladder up.
Shoot the ladder up. Are you
this
still
fire
mad?
truck was amazing. I'm gonna get a photo
you
of
probably
it.
apologize to your brother. Right? Hey, sorry about that. Shoot the ladder up. Hey, shoot me in the head with a crossbow.
Go ahead, you got one shot.
Yeah, get one shot. Put an apple on my head.
Yeah, you're playing William Tell, basically.
William Tell.
Yeah.
Jake, you?
I got some crazy uncles. Yeah, but mine all live in the Black Hills. And I got one. My uncle in Iowa is pretty crazy. He lives in Muscatine.
Yes, Muscatine.
I mean, here's the deal. Like, we would hang out there all the time for Thanksgiving. A common Thanksgiving spot, and we would he would want to tackle us and tackle football. We'd play the
just getting lit up.
We'd play the turkey bowl after we eat lunch, and my dad and Jeff would be playing us in football, and me and my cousin Blake would go. We were younger, obviously, and this is their chance to shine.
Yeah.
Jeff was an offensive lineman in high school in the Black Hills, and it was just time to rowdy you up. So I got tackled several times by Jeff. And,
your uncle tackled you live to the ground.
It hurt.
It's incredible. The
And you were a young guy.
It hurt at the time.
You were a young
so
guy.
I tried to
You're
juke him
10
out
years
several
old,
times.
and a 40-year-old man just put you down.
And he was proud of it. He's like, "Yep, take that.
Take that."
Coming to my backyard, I think you're going to escape this with any problem." So
He's trying to build
Uncle
character.
Jeff was a character.
Yeah.
Still
Anything
is a
from
character.
the Breakers? Do the Breakers have uncles?
Yeah.
I wonder. Maybe it's just us four.
Gator
It's just
says.
us.
Everybody has uncles.
Gator says, "I thought everyone had that weird uncle. Is that you, Bill, or not? Are you the weird uncle? No, you're the fun uncle.
I'm not trying to brag on myself, but I don't think I'm weird.
You're
uncle.
the funkle.
No, I think I'm
Funkle.
Yeah, I think I'm more the funkle.
Funkle. I've never heard that.
My version of the weird uncle was super into zombies before it like blew up with The Walking Dead.
He was
and everything.
before zombies. He's pre-zombie era.
And so he would always talk to me about the Night of the Living Dead and those sorts. And so we would watch some of those movies. He was also really into rock collecting. So he drives around basically he'll go up into the Black Hills and he just like searches for rare rocks. Like he goes to these
That's the thing.
rock show. My mom would call me and she'd be like, "Yeah, Uncle Mark was at a rock show in South Dakota." And like in your head, I'm just thinking like, "Oh, what concert?"
What band?
But like I know he's literally there
A rock
just
show.
amongst other geology.
No, there's
enthusiasts.
Def
Leopard or what?
Yeah.
That's
No,
the thing.
rocks.
You'd be surprised. That's the thing.
Thank you. That's Bill's Thrill, sponsored by our friends Dirk, Scott, and
Thank
Ty.
you, guys.
Thank
At
you.
Mid Plains Advisors, that was straight off the noggin from Bill, who was not
No,
planning
that
to
was
be
fantastic.
here.
Nothing written down.
headline.
Incredible.
It's like
Being
riding
an
your
uncle
bike.
is
Hey,
fantastic.
can you get
too.
back to
Absolutely.
the headline tomorrow, please?
What's that?
I love the headline.
Yes, I will get back to that.
You have funny
I'm
headlines.
sorry it wasn't good enough then, Steve.
No, it was wonderful. It was great. I like
Sorry.
the uncles.
Oh, sorry.
Uncles was great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No,
Bill.
we'll just delete it. Just delete it. Steve
great.
didn't. There was no.
Wasn't the headline "Have an uncle, be an uncle"?
Exactly.
Yeah, there was a headline.
No,
I just
my
didn't-
bad.
It came off the top of my head.
I
He
got
didn't write it because he was not going to be here. He graced us with our presence this morning.
took an awkward turn. I was not being critical.
It kind of sounded
Please
like
get
it.
back to the headlines tomorrow.
Let's
God,
play.
I just-
Hand him the sympathy
Just
back.
shoot the
I'm
ladder
gonna,
up.
I'm gonna start talking about the Asian woman if you guys keep this up.
I would prefer you
She
didn't.
wrestled you.
Jake got really mad.
I did.
His voice was yelling. You can't help yourself.
I said that. Yeah, you just can't help yourself.
Back to more of Bill's Thrills Rewrapped. Sponsored by Acres Equipment on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is a pretty serious matter with me to be able to go over. Because there's nothing more magical than the gift of history.
Ooh.
The gift of history. I'm talking this strain right now of people with Christmas presents. So I'm talking, stay off Amazon. Stay out of the malls. Get off your phones. Get your butt in the basement and reconnect with old photo albums and pull stuff off the shelf.
Look at this.
The presents that you want, the presents that you love are historical presents. So there's nothing more that means more than getting, like, if you got something from your parents or kids or whoever you have going on, if you had a present and it's a collage. It's a collage of pictures from back in the day or different stuff, or in a recipe book. So give you an example. My sister did an unbelievable job. She took all my mom's recipes, which are handwritten in her writing, she rewrote with pictures and put them into a book with photos in it. And so now all the grandkids have her original recipes in a photo album book. You can go through and see.
Tamara did that?
She did that. I mean, do you really want a sweater? You want a sweater? Is that what you want for Christmas? Or how about some history back and forth? I mean, that's the stuff. That's the stuff that's just awesome to me.
That's a good idea.
Old set of ice skates with a photo of you skating. Anything of that nature is huge like that. Fishing photos of you with your dad, and then also maybe gift him the rod and reel from like 1965. You hang it up. You have the photo. You have all those things right there.
It doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, and it means way more. I'm so out on gifts. I'm just so out on gifts of, like, I gotta go to the mall, I gotta go to this, I gotta go to that. I'm like, no, something that matters from old history matters. And here's the one that we have one example of it, and that is audio gifts. And so we have one cassette tape still with my grandma and grandpa on it. So I can listen to my grandma and grandpa. And so it's incredible to listen to them talk, and then my grandma's playing the organ, hear their voice. Just think about right now. Can you hear your grandparents talk? You can't, because you didn't save. I'm saying this to everybody, because no one saved it. Talk about it.
Make me feel guilty.
No, but that'd be everybody. That'd be everybody.
No, you're right.
I don't have one of my other set of grandparents. I don't have that.
Interesting.
And so if you had that
cassette.
for history, imagine having that we had some people could actually hear. No, what grandma and grandpa sound like? Well, here they are. Yeah. It'd be an incredible gift to have.
That's a good idea.
To have forever of having all those things right there. I save all, like on my phone. People always go, "Hey, your phone's full," like that, because I save all my parents' voice messages.
Do you?
So I've got like 40 of them on my phone, which I haven't downloaded or saved yet.
Trip.
But I save their phone. I have to go to Trip. But I save, so people are always going, "Hey, you're full." Voicemail. First, I never listen to my voicemail. But when they leave one, I save every one
Start
of them.
leaving voicemails.
He won't
Hey, that's
listen
a
to
good
it.
idea. That's a good idea. These are good ideas.
That's the stuff that people would just go crazy to get. If you have your son's high school football jersey, frame it and give it to him. That'd be cool. It'd be cool. All those little things.
Jake can't do that.
Can't do that.
No,
Can't
it
do
wouldn't
that.
work for us there,
The
Bill.
way,
But basketball jerseys, yeah.
basketball jerseys, golf tee for Jake.
Tennis, I got tennis jersey.
Josh,
tennis outfit.
Yeah,
Josh,
so-
are you soaking
Some
this in?
short tennis shorts.
Yeah, all that stuff. I got it all.
Oh, yeah. Josh is soaking it in.
I think he's asleep over there.
Yeah.
Spacing
That's
out.
a good idea. Those are good ideas.
So I just thought of it
That
yesterday.
takes some doing.
It
but
takes some doing, but the memory and the gift means 50,000 times more.
Yeah, I like that.
When you
That's-
get that.
I like
when
that.
you ice skated, present the ice skates with a photo of you ice skating.
Yeah, imagine that. Your daughter, you give it to your daughter. Hey, this is this, or this was Grandpa ice skating. Here's his ice skates he still had right there. That would be really cool.
That is cool. That's a good idea.
A response from the text line to this, Bill.
From the Breakers.
Sanderson
Yes.
was what he says. Coach, my wife did the exact same thing with her mom and grandmother's recipes, and I gave my mother a photo album with hundreds of pictures.
Nice. Yeah. Photo albums are incredible. They really are.
Who in Columbus?
Bert.
He says 100.
100.
Out on gifts. We do family trips, making memories instead of more.
Another one. Kaboom.
Ooh.
I agree. I agree
Out
with
on
that.
gifts.
Yeah. I'm not a gift guy.
You're
I
not?
don't, I'm for kids, not for kids. Kids, yes.
Yeah.
Not when you get older like that. I'm like, no, I'm really not. I'd rather go do something that memory wise. No, I don't like sitting around on Christmas Eve or whatever for like 2 hours, like going around the room opening gifts. No, I want to be with my family.
Interesting.
I want to be with my
Yeah,
family, but
but
not
not the gift thing.
Does not interest me whatsoever. No.
From the text line, someone from Crete says
Crete.
every year we give the kids a book of their pictures from throughout the year, upload to Shutterfly, and they make the book.
Perfect.
Upload to Shutterfly.
Yes,
I'd
yeah.
have to have Trip help me with that.
Yeah, Trip, he could help you with that.
Trip could do everything. Yeah. Yes.
He do the whole thing.
I'm
for
telling you, get the audio. Find a way to have audio of your parents, grandparents, whatever it is, because when you to hear them is like amazing. And then you think back and you go like, I don't have anything to hear from the past, and that just sucks. It'd be so cool.
Yeah. You have to think of it in the moment.
Think
You
of-
usually don't think about that.
Just think if you're one of those, if you're like Bing Crosby's son, you're going like, well, I got to hear my dad. I can just turn this music on. I got to hear him.
Anytime you want.
That's cool.
Anytime you want.
Anytime you want. Anything else from the text line?
Yeah, Joe says we don't do gifts. We sit around, we play pitch, we drink beer, and have steak and crab legs and we create memories that way.
Good idea.
I don't know.
That's
How
a
do
really
I
good
get invited to that?
I want to
That
go to
sounds
Joe's
incredible.
party. Come on,
Yeah.
Joe.
I mean,
I'm going to Joe's house.
Thank you.
Pitch, crab legs, and steak.
Yeah, think about it. That could be that's 6 hours right there.
Yeah. That
Sounds
sounds
like a
Merry
hell of a
Christmas.
day.
Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry-
Yeah,
indeed.
Merry Christmas. It's not like oh wow, that's an unbelievable sweater you got. Oh, I love that.
Well, sometimes you
Yeah,
get a
they
nice
are. I
sweater.
get that. They're nice.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you
Sometimes
that.
you get a nice warm sweater with a reindeer on it.
Dustin in Florida says quality time with loved ones is way better than a gift. 1,000% times better.
And
So-
you waste your time sitting there and going through. I will say this: I've enjoyed it. This happened. Shin Daddy's family was like this, and then also the family that I married into, the Vertiska family, is our family was. If you're opening gifts, is always kind of one by one. Okay, what is that? Oh, this is from Tammy. Open up like that. Those two families, they go to open gifts, they just tear into them all at one time. All at one time.
Yeah.
No one knows. It's like who gave you that? I don't know. I'm not sure. Just tear into them. It's just chaos. It's over in 5 minutes. It's just stuff everywhere.
It's very odd.
Yes, but
So-
yes,
Thank you to the breakers for texting in.
Interesting. The interesting part of this is out on gifts, which is
I'm just saying that he's still doing a gift.
Yeah.
but a gift that has
adult.
history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has
No, I like
history.
that. I like
Make
that.
it mean something.
Go
Historical.
downstairs. Go
Historical.
downstairs.
Yeah.
Go downstairs your basement if it's finished.
Yeah, this
And see.
look through some stuff, pull
Look
out
through
some
some
things,
stuff, yeah.
find some things out.
Yeah.
There's something right now you've been thinking about giving. There's probably someone around going like, I've thought about giving this to my daughter for like 10 years and I've never done it. Do it.
Ooh. Jinx.
Instead, we're doing Wugaboo.
Ooh, Wugaboo.
Wugaboo. Opposite of Bugaboo. It's a wow situation. Wugaboo. Gratitude for graduation and electric energy. Crazy crowd spirit. There's two things I want to talk about with graduation. So we go to graduation from my oldest, Sydney. And there was probably 350 people that graduated, right? And at this particular graduation at UNO, which was an incredible job, there's one man that they'd walk by, you hand him your name, and he read the name off, and he nailed all 350 of them. Could you imagine just having the card handed to you? And I'm telling you right now, at least 200 of them, you wouldn't have got close. And the guy nailed it. And I know on there they had it written out like how it sounds. It doesn't matter. And you know how much time he has from the time he hands the card and reads it? Maybe 0.5 seconds. And it was the most remarkable job I've ever seen. That dude was a dude.
Wow.
He sat there
That
in
is
front of a
interesting.
microphone. And so my
Interesting.
whole thought was, so I sat there by Leighton from House Menders. And I go, so we started naming like, could we have said that? Could we? Like, nope. And I looked at him. I go, imagine me and Sipple doing this. And the look on their face when you read it off, they'd look back at us like, what are you doing? Really? What was that?
Wasn't close.
That wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. And some of them had like 4 or 5 names too. It wasn't just, I mean,
Hyphen.
it was all this stuff going on. So the dude at UNO, if someone can find out who that was, he sat with the microphone right in front. They walked by, handed him a card, nailed it. 350 in a row. And then got up and went home.
Yeah, that's not an easy
That's
job.
not- and
Calls
also,
it a
here's the
day.
deal. Someone goes, well, they probably get the list of names a day ahead. 350
Still.
doesn't do you any good. Does you no good.
You gotta
And
go through 'em.
When you're calling a name on, like, as an announcer for a game, there might be, 4 or 5 names. You go, I better learn how to say this name. Better learn how to say this name. That's it. He had 350. But here's where the fun set in. Here's where the fun set in. It was at UNL graduation. So there was no name reading for that one. But as they came filing in, everybody, you'd look for your connection. So we're all looking, where's she at like that? We never see the little groups of people yelling, Liv. They're all kind of waving and yelling, kind of, being a little obnoxious. That's fine. So all of a sudden behind me, I hear, Lincoln. And I turned around. I go, what was that? And I just screamed, Lincoln! As loud as I could. I'm just screaming it. And I'm like, dude, you got to show up. He goes, I know. I go,
Oh yeah,
and he goes,
I know what you're talking about.
He goes, I got to do better. I go,
Yeah.
I go, it's okay. We're going to team up on this. and then we also got the group behind us for Paul. And so we'd let him know. We'd say, hey, listen, our daughter's up right now. Olivia's going. So I got the whole group, and they'd all just yell, Olivia!
And that makes them feel
it
good.
turned into 25 instead of just having 3 or 4. And then when Lincoln went, they're telling us, there he is. He's in line. He's right there. He's 4th right now. He's good. And as soon as he got his diploma, Lincoln! Screaming. We stood and waved. He had to be thinking, what is going on up there? And then we got Paul going. We had 25 people. So if someone in our section would yell a name just right from below us, we'd all start screaming the name at the same time.
Did Olivia notice?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. She turned around and looked up.
Yeah,
looked
she
up.
knew.
Yeah, but she knew it was all
Well,
part
she
of
knows
the
a dad.
She knew it was part of the Bill Bush real life graduation experience.
That is, and I would tell you, I'm horrible. I feel very self-conscious in those situations. I'd be like the guy that says, Lincoln.
I
was that guy. I was that guy.
And I just screamed, Lincoln!
Yeah, see, I'm not that guy.
Well, you got to keep yourself entertained. There's a lot of names going by. There's a lot
Well,
of people.
remember yesterday I said which was right and wrong. I said that graduations are horrific. And they are because there's about an hour and 45-minute span where you have no interest. It's just people getting their degrees that you don't know. And it's not, it doesn't interest you whatsoever. It doesn't.
He's not wrong.
It really doesn't.
It doesn't really.
And so this added to the funks is like, well, he's in the college, he's in the College of Engineering.
That's a good
he's up in a
idea.
little bit. So we're like going, all right, let's get ourselves together.
That's a good
We got
idea.
another one coming. Let's join in on this one. Also at UNO there was 2 Bushes, B-U-S-C-H,
No.
like me. So I went crazy on those two. On the Bushes.
your relatives.
I yelled their name.
Your relatives. Yeah, that's good. Good on you, by the way.
So we had if anyone was around us in that section that we were in, I think we're in. I can't remember what we were in now. I really don't know what it was.
That's okay.
But our section just had a blast. We laughed.
That is,
Our whole
I've never
section.
seen that.
We left unified. We left as a unified group of about 20-some people, all because of Lincoln.
And those kids felt, well, those young adults felt good.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be the kid who doesn't hear anything,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of scared when I got my diploma. Is anybody going to do anything? No, everybody will. People will inevitably. But yeah, that's good. I'm good on you. Because I am the guy that I'm really self-conscious in that situation. I don't want to raise my voice.
Yeah. I don't want to be the fool like in the deal like that, but I'm going to be loud. I know that takes you back.
I'm not saying
it entertains yourself.
There's
too.
a fine line
It's good.
between fool and loud. I trust that you stayed on the loud
I think
side.
I did.
Yeah.
I think I did. I think we all left very happy. Very happy. I think we had some high fives, if I remember correctly. We left
Like
very
Jake
happy.
high fives.
Yes, Jake high fives is
Jake
a big
high
day
fives.
for
Yeah,
us.
that's a good feeling
That's
right
an
there.
interesting one. I like that one because we've all been there.
Yeah.
We've all been in that
Wugaboo.
situation.
But the guy
Yeah.
who called the names out
Oh.
was remarkable skill set. The
It is.
skill set that he had. Just imagine getting it. It's like this. Boom, boom, up there.
Do you suppose?
Boom, boom, up there.
Do you suppose the day before he had to go through them?
Oh, I'm sure he did, but I'm just telling you, if you have 350 to
Oh.
400, how would you ever?
Think about it though. The day before, that's like how
Imagine
long
the
would it
stack-
take
That's a
you?
lot of names.
Imagine
Yeah.
the stacking going through, and you're like going, okay, Charlie Johnson, thank God, whatever.
And then you got to put the ones that are a little. You got to find out. That's like seems like about a 5-hour job.
And I didn't see anyone give
Yeah.
what was that?
Yeah.
He nailed them. He nailed them all. Where you and me, I told Leighton, I go, if me and Sipple were doing this, they would stop it. They would stop.
Can we get somebody else up here,
Is there
please?
anyone else that can do this?
Anybody here that
wouldn't
can
even be
read
close.
names
We wouldn't
in
even
the
be
building?
close. And he sat like not only a booth. He had a microphone off of his desk, and he was right before the stage. Had a little light on it, and I'm betting the guy probably did it for free, and then just probably left and went to IHOP or something, and then went home.
Yeah, that is he had a very important job though.
Oh, one of the most important,
Right.
because I was a little taken back, but I know the numbers were really large at UNL, but there was no reading of names. I'm like, the one thing they don't read names. They they name the college.
Oh,
But I will go back
interesting.
on that one and say one more thing about that when we get off this for graduation. There was one young lady. So they have all the colleges. So College of Business, right? They stand up. It's like 100 people. This side. College of Architecture had one.
Oh boy,
She sat by herself in her own row, and she got the biggest applause because she had to go
Deservedly
College
so.
of Architecture, and one person stands up, she goes and gets her degree, and everyone's cheering. It was like, so that was the
Interesting.
So, but her and Lincoln changed it.
That's
Yes.
that's
nice.
pretty cool. Yeah, to be the only person graduating
Yeah.
from your college. I mean, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that
It's
is
a cool moment for that person.
So anyway, that's my Wugaboo.
Wugaboo
like
Tuesday.
I really like that.
Lincoln.
The thing is, I mean, we can all see that right now.
Oh yeah, but that's Bill.
No one's shocked by that.
Yeah.
I have the perfect visual in my head. I can see it. And
Anything from the text line, Jake?
yeah, from the text line. Let's see. Someone says, Bill, you are an amazing man. You are the cool uncle for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's very nice.
You can confirm that, right? Ellis says, Bill, was this one of those ceremonies when they asked the crowd to refrain from yelling until the end, or
Yes.
not? Was it one of those?
No, it wasn't. You could yell. It was matter of fact, it was almost, it was like it should happen.
Encouraged.
Encouraged. Yeah, it's like, hey, listen, we're not reading their names. Yell their name. Do whatever.
I think
that's what you want to do.
I think it's great.
Also, I think there was a little tension at UNO a couple times because someone came across, got their degree, and they had a large crowd. They really got after it, which is good.
Yeah.
But then the next person's going.
It's drowned out.
And so all of a sudden, when they read their name, there's still people yelling.
Oh.
So it can be a little bit, because everything's rhythmic. It's like, boom, we're going.
Yep.
Boom, boom,
Yep.
boom,
Yep.
boom.
You don't want to drown out somebody's moment.
Yeah, so that's always a little bit dicey, but it was well handled. Yeah, really well handled.
John in Southeast Lincoln says, can you see Sip mispronounce a name and screaming it?
You screamed the wrong name.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't scream.
Yeah.
I
can't see
did
that
scream
either.
during Alex and Carmen's. I didn't scream.
I want to see what your scream is.
It's not very loud.
Give it to us.
No.
Give us Al. Give it to us. Come on.
Give us
do
a
it,
sample.
do
Come
it.
on, give us a
Sample.
sample.
Do it.
Alex!
That's about right. That's about right. We'll take it.
Make them belt
That's
it
Bill's
out.
Thrill, sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty
Cash
at
cows.
Mid Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the Cash Cows, Lincoln. Top of the hour next, an early break in the ticket.